Hey guys, how's it going? I'm here with my 2012 GasGas EC300, and I had ordered up the Force Accessories skid plate out of Australia. It is an aluminum, I'll get closer to the camera, it's an aluminum skid plate. And there they are. And there's the part number. Now, this is not cheap. But then again, neither was the hide skid plate that I had that just it wore out. It's just plastic, it wore thin in spots. I plastic welded it a few times and, well, quite honest, it wore out. So it's not a bad one, it's just, you know, nice aluminum. This is going to be a lot more heavy duty, it's not going to flex. And also, I noticed it hooks to the frame, so that looks interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. This is basically how it comes. Came in a huge box for shipping. Pull that out, piece of foam, and toss that down. Looks like that's pretty much what you got. You got the tabs going to go up and over like that. Has some foam to go against the frame, probably to stop vibration. I could see that wearing out in time, but easy enough to get foam from your hardware store and refresh that. Nice solid components. You can see the welding and how these kind of go in. And we'll look at the screw or hardware attachment here, right here. It's an Allen. Looks to be a 4 maybe. And then bigger guys down in there, and they're recessed in, so they're good to go. And it looks like a big bracket. It looks well ventilated. You know, plenty of holes. It's not solid. That's kind of what I didn't quite understand online, if that was going to be solid. Pictures I think were generic. I think they've had some variations since then, or alterations I should say since then. And we'll go ahead and mount this up and see how it goes. Yeah, it looks like a really nice unit. So yeah, and it's not heavy at all. I had to actually pick it up at my post office. It came through the Australian post, which I gotta admit, their tracking was pretty good. It actually showed me, you know, when it was in, I think it went into LA, and then when it was moving around within LA. So that was nice. And my post office had me pick it up. The box was slightly damaged, and the lady was like, "Is there anything even in this big box?" It's a huge box. And I was like, "Well, I don't know, let's open it right here and see." And we opened it, and it was like, "Yeah, skid plates in here." So if they said anything else, I don't know. The box was open. Postal had like retaped it, but just because it's a big metal part and it's the post, you know, they throw those boxes around. But anyways, let's go ahead and put this on the bike and see how it fits. Well guys, I got it on. It's not that hard. Sometimes these things can be pretty hard. It's pretty much a bolt-on deal. You slide it up in to the back, you know, frame area, suspension. And I put one of these in to kind of hold it up. And then I went ahead and did that on the other side. So there's one here. And one right down into there. I'll have to check, make sure I tighten that one good. Oh, no, I did not. I can see that already. I have not come back to tighten that one. And yeah, this is what it looks like. Let's go ahead and look under it. Sorry, I've been sick for a week, so I'm getting over that. So this is how it connects. So you got the two outer ones, which go into a plate that go into your stock fittings up in there, the threaded inserts. And then you got the one bolt that is holding on this up here. And then those two hold there. And then back here, as you can see, goes up and in. And it holds it all on. And you're probably like, well, the oil. Yep. That looks like you have to remove the skid plate to get to the oil, but you know, it is what it is. I think this is probably better protection than the hide unit I had. I noticed that exhaust bracket slash fitting is well protected because it's up in there. They didn't make it drop through or did anything funky or tie into that. It's strictly, I mean, they could have probably tied into that for extra, you know, strength, but they didn't. So, that's probably good. Yeah, what else? It looks like it's real thick metal. You can see how far it comes up on the water pump. I would have kind of wished it came up further, only because in Colorado and like Utah riding, there's so many boulders, and you get that one unlucky one that still is like pointed and somehow hits that. I would have still liked to see that come up to here and like welded a piece in. It doesn't have to be closed off, but just so it's just 100% protected. That's just because of the terrain we ride in here. And what else here? There's nothing else really. I already have a heavy duty recluse cover. I don't have a recluse unit in this bike, just the cover. And this side, I think it sits that close just because I'm sure that's been tweaked, got pushed back slightly at one point, so whatever. As you can see, there's plenty of holes within this skid plate for the drainage of when you're washing it out of dirt, mud. You can really power wash up in there. Much better than the hide. You know, a lot less area for mud to collect. I know that's always a concern. That was a concern I know of people on the hide unit. This looks like it has, you know, a lot of holes in it, so dirt will fall out, rocks will fall out, won't get trapped. Now leaves and stuff, if you're on the East Coast, you're probably still going to get stuff in there, right? So they recommend you clean this out, especially if it's dry season, just so you don't catch a fire. It comes up here for protection. Again, I kind of would like to see that just tie into there for more rigidity. If you were to hit something, you know, it's less likely that that piece would flex in. But I don't know, maybe it works. And that's what we're going to find out. I'll be riding this for a long time and be reporting back from time to time. One downside is, like I said, the oil changing. I mean, I don't think, you might be able to get maybe one of those holes do line up. I would have to really stick my head under there to find out, but I'd probably just take it off because otherwise you get oil all in the skid plate, and that's always just a mess. And even with the hide with the hole drilled in, you still, you know, get a mess. So I don't think that's a big deal either. And so Force accessories, it's heavy duty. I mean, I think it's gonna last. It's well made. I think it bolts in, simplistic. I mean, I guess the only downside would be shearing on some rock these side bolts, but without a bolt in there, I checked, that was pretty well wedged in there. I don't think you're gonna lose that piece. You know, so if you were to lose that bolt, not a big deal. I could see something else down the road, like the threaded insert gets jacked up or something, or that does shear and you have to drill out. Just drill out that insert, and you could easily put a bigger button bolt Allen in and put a nut right here. And look, you can put a wrench right there and lock nut, and boom, boom, have it. You know, be good to go. Not a big deal. So I do see where sometimes on skid plates, like if I look over at the XR and then its brackets, now it has these L brackets, it's dirty, but L bracket, and it's underneath, you lose a bolt, that thing either get lucky and it jiggles around in there, or you lose it because it jiggles out. So, I mean, that's pretty much the standard way. I like how this is tying in from this direction, and if I need to, you know, if I had to down the road, even this side, see, plenty of room, you could get a wrench in with a lock nut and just have a nut and a bolt through, and voila, not a big deal, you know. So I like that feature because you have to look at long term. You, at least for, I know that those heads will eventually wear out, or get bashed in where I'll have to just cut it off because there's going to be no way to put an Allen in there. And that just happened. So I like the fact that that's an open design, that they didn't like try to close it off or something, and then you couldn't really get in here easy to, you know, fix your situation easily. So that's how it looks, and I will pretty much end this video because my voice is kind of rough, and say, you know, check out Force Accessories. Looks like a pretty good product. I'll let you know out on the trails. Thanks, guys. Hopefully this helped. Please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Have a good one.